Hello, this is Zeta, and tonight I'm going to start reviewing the Karate Kid movies. This is the Karate Kid collection box set that I own. This is the front, and this is the back. As you can see, it comes with all four Karate Kid movies. Tonight, and obviously I'm going to start with the first Karate Kid movie from 1984. This is a special edition that came with the box set. It does have features. It has commentary with director John Avildsen, writer Robert Kamen, and actors Ralph Macchio and Morita. The Way of the Karate Kid multi-part making of featurette, which has the director, the writer, and some of the cast members talk about how it was like making the film back in 1984. Beyond the Form featurette, which has Pat Johnson talk about his work in earlier films and in The Karate Kid. East Meets West, A Composer's Notebook, and Life of Bonsai featurette, which talks about the history of the bonsai tree. The Karate Kid stars Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, the late great Pat Morita as Mr. Miyagi. May he rest in peace, by the way. And Elizabeth Shue as Ali in one of her early film roles. The film was directed by John Avildsen, who directed Rocky 1, Rocky 5, and Lean On Me, which I like all three of those films. You know, he made this film similar to Rocky as the lead character overcoming as the underdog, which I like. Now, The Karate Kid is about a boy named Daniel LaRusso who moves to Los Angeles with his widowed mother. He is unhappy about it at first. He meets one of his new neighbors who invites him to a beach party, and the handyman of the apartment building where they're living now, Mr. Miyagi. At the beach party, Daniel is having a great time and is getting along with everybody. He even meets his new love interest, Ali, but on the night of the beach party, he meets Johnny Lawrence, who is Ali's arrogant ex-boyfriend and the leader of the Cobra Kai gang. Daniel gets into a fight with Johnny, but he easily defeats him, which starts the whole bullying and harassment on Daniel. So the Cobra Kai gang torture Daniel at every opportunity they can. Like one night, Daniel is riding his bike home, and out of nowhere, the Cobra Kai gang appear on their motorcycles, and they push Daniel off a hill, which causes him to roll over and get a scrape on his forehead. When Daniel arrives home, he tells his mom that he hates it, he wants to go home, he doesn't want to live there anymore, but Mr. Miyagi overhears everything and decides to befriend Daniel, as in become his friend first. He does so by fixing Daniel's bike. When Daniel sees that his bike has been fixed, he easily realizes that it was Mr. Miyagi who did it. When Daniel sees Mr. Miyagi teaches him how to cut a bonsai tree. And later on during the movie, on the night that the Halloween costume party at the high school takes place, Daniel pulls a prank on Johnny, which leads to a big chase between Daniel and the Cobra Kai karate gang. They are able to catch up to Daniel and they savagely beat him up, but out of nowhere, Mr. Miyagi comes out, jumps in, and saves Daniel. When Mr. Miyagi nourishes Daniel back to health, Daniel talks to Mr. Miyagi about teaching him karate, but Miyagi is reluctant at first, but Daniel convinces Mr. Miyagi to go with him to the Cobra Kai dojo where the gang learns karate from to talk with the sensei. When they do so, Mr. Miyagi and Sensei Kreese, played by Martin Kove, make an agreement to have the gang and Daniel fight at the All Valley Karate Tournament, in which they both can fight on equal terms. Mr. Miyagi also requests that the bullying on Daniel stop while he's training. From there, Daniel starts to learn karate. Like, Daniel learns wax on, wax off. He sands decks, paints the house, paints the fence. Daniel gets frustrated, thinking that he has not learned anything of karate, but Mr. Miyagi shows him that he has learned blocking techniques by doing the chores. From there, Daniel develops self-confidence, hope, and faith within himself. And I like the scene that takes place. Daniel goes to visit Mr. Miyagi, but he is drunk. Mr. Miyagi falls asleep. Daniel tucks him in so he can sleep. Then sees Mr. Miyagi's letter saying that his wife and his son had died due to complications of arising from childbirth. He sees Mr. Miyagi's medals and valor from the military. Then Daniel realizes that he must take everything he has learned and apply it. And sees that even Mr. Miyagi himself had gone through a difficult time. Then there's this montage where Daniel is training by himself. He's learning how to do the crane kick on a stump at the beach. There's a scene where Daniel is leaving Mr. Miyagi's house to go back home on the night of his birthday. Mr. Miyagi gives him a 1947 Ford Coupe, and Mr. Miyagi says this very motivational and inspiration line, which I like. Miyagi says, "Lesson of karate, not just for karate only, but lesson for a whole life." Daniel uses that to straighten his relationship with Ali. Finally, the All Valley Karate Tournament has arrived. Daniel makes it to the semifinals, but when Sensei Kreese orders Bobby Brown, one of the the least vicious of the karate gang, to injure Daniel, he does so, but in the process gets disqualified. The doctors tell Daniel that he cannot continue, but Daniel convinces Mr. Miyagi that if he doesn't continue, the gang will once again think that they got the best of Daniel, and that he will not have balance with Ali nor himself. So Mr. Miyagi uses a healing technique to heal Daniel's leg. Like, he does this, and uses like a healing compression technique to heal Daniel's leg. Now, they don't show the whole thing. They just show Mr. Miyagi doing this, which I'm fine with. Then when Johnny is about to be announced as the winner of the tournament, Daniel comes out, and therefore the tournament continues with the final match between Johnny and Daniel. In the first few rounds, Daniel easily defeats Johnny, but Johnny catches up with him. Then on the last round of the final match, Daniel uses a crane kick to defeat Johnny. Therefore, Daniel has won the tournament. Not only he has won the tournament, but he also has won the respect of everybody, and even the Cobra Kai karate gang. And the movie ends with Mr. Miyagi smiling, resembling that he is proud of Daniel's accomplishment. And that's basically the plot of the movie. I really like this movie a lot. I can watch this movie a lot and countless times. This is a timeless classic that never gets old. And I like how it follows a similar concept to Rocky 1. You know, all the cast members were great. And the screenplay was very well written. And you also have an excellent music score from Bill Conti, who also did the music for the Rocky movies. And this movie shows and expresses a lot on perseverance, that never give up, never stop trying, always keep moving forward, and strive for the best. So that's the reason why I like this movie a lot. So that's my review on The Karate Kid. I hope you like it. Stay tuned for the sequels. Take care, and later.